Hello, I'm Martin Smith and this is your UFX Markets Week in Review. Today we'll cover some of the major events of the past week and discuss how they impact the global currency markets. The euro had its largest weekly gain versus the US dollar in 6 months on signals from the Federal Reserve that it's likely to try to stimulate economic growth and on efforts by European leaders to contain the debt crisis. Federal Chairman Ben Bernanke is scheduled to speak on August 31st in Wyoming, where he may give more signs about a possible stimulus. German government bonds gain, with 10-year yields falling the most in 7 weeks, on concern that growth in the Eurozone has stalled and that the sovereign debt crisis is worsening, increasing demand for safer assets. German Chancellor Angela Merkel reported that Germany will stand behind the Greek government as it struggles to manage the crisis. She stated that she and the French president agree on their approach toward Greece, which involves waiting for a report by Greece's international creditors next month before making decisions about Greek requests for more time to meet economic goals. The euro was last trading at the level of 125.18 against the US dollar, a decrease of minus 0.35%. Sterling decreased against the US dollar on Friday after revised GDP figures indicated the UK economy contracted 0.5% in the second quarter, better than the initial reading of 0.7%. However, analysts point out that weakening exports, a fall in investments and sluggish consumer spending are signs that further quantitative easing by the Bank of England might still be necessary. Government bonds of the UK rose, with 10-year yields dropping the most in 12 weeks on signs that economic growth has stalled in Britain and the Eurozone. The British pound was last trading at the level of 158.03, a decrease of minus 0.34%. Gold traders are the most bullish in 9 months on increasing speculation that central banks will do more to bolster economic growth. Gold had its biggest weekly gain since the last week in January, boosted by the release of minutes of the US Federal Reserve's August meeting last Wednesday, indicating that policymakers are ready to deliver further stimulus in the near future. Gold was last trading at $1,670 an ounce, a decrease of minus 0.01%. Crude oil increased for a 4th week as Tropical Storm Isaac in the Caribbean Sea threatened crude oil production in the Gulf of Mexico. Prices also rose this week on speculation that the Fed will provide more stimulus measures to bolster economic growth. There are also reports that the USA might lead the International Energy Agency member nations in a release of oil from emergency reserves as early as next month. Crude was last trading at the level of $96.15 a barrel last Friday, which is a decrease of minus 0.12%. Well, that's all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed this week's review and you'll join us next week. Until then, be sure to visit us at ufxmarkets.com for all of your online trading needs. For UFX Markets, I'm Martin Smith. Good luck and happy trading.